Well, happy Friday to all my friends and all those who might be watching this video. Wanted to take a few minutes and talk about happiness. I believe that happiness is our natural state of being, that we came into this life and every life with the concept of being happy and staying happy. But the question would be, what keeps us from being happy? And I believe if you look into it deeply, or even at the surface level, you will see that the word fear comes into place. If you leave out fear of anything, then you are in the state of happiness, or can be in the state of happiness. So let's look at fear for a moment and take a look at it. And how do you mitigate fear? How do you get rid of fear? Where does fear come from? Well, of course, fear is part of our natural state of being. We need fear, right? If we didn't have fear, we would stand in front of charging elephants, or we would step in front of buses. So we have to have some level of fear. But it's that fear that takes us to that place of, I can't move forward in my life. I can't process forward in my life because I'm afraid of things that might happen in the future. That's the fear that I'm talking about. So what mitigates fear? What's the things that mitigate fear? Well, 3 words, or actually 4 or 5 words, but let's start with 3 words. There's knowledge, wisdom, and self-love. Ooh, yes. Knowledge of the situation. What's the worst case scenario? What can happen? Knowledge of that bus, what a bus can do to the body going 50 miles an hour. Wisdom says, oops, better not step in front of the bus. And again, there's that self-love. You're going to love yourself. You're not going to step in front of a bus, right? That's number 1. So it's mitigating those fears of the future. So let's explore this a little bit further. So how do we apply that in our lives? In those areas of fears of the future, fears of things that may happen to us that may never happen to us. It's that idea that 95% of the things that we fear don't take place in our lives. So where do those fears come from? They come from our beliefs, our thought patterns, our repeating thought patterns from childhood, okay? And even from past lives. So we want to apply, and this is a really short video, so I don't want to get too deep into this whole subject, but the whole idea is just maintaining our happiness. So in every situation, we need to apply some wisdom, knowledge about the situation, knowledge about what could happen. Is it really likely it's going to happen? And a wisdom knowing to apply something to that situation so that it won't happen. And then self-love. It all starts with love, loving yourself, and also rewiring those beliefs, changing those beliefs. I call them thought patterns, releasing those thought patterns and putting in new thought patterns of trust, love, acceptance, appreciation. So just a few thoughts on happiness. Again, it's our natural state of being. And so if we can look at the fears in our lives, the fears of the future, what are they? Apply a little bit of knowledge, apply a little bit of wisdom, apply a little bit of self-love. We can mitigate those fears, and then we identify where those fears came, what are the thought patterns attached to those thought patterns, and change those thought patterns. So if I can help you more about this subject or any subject, just contact me. Thank you.